In this video, I'll be reviewing the Tesla trades where we entered and we took our first profits the next day. So there's a gap up the next day. So here we have November 4th at 10:01. The 250 call, and it's a lotto. Before we do that, let's look at SPX. So it's above a key, it's gapping, it's going above the key level. So that looks good. And QQQ is kind of in the middle there. Perfect. So Tesla gapping up, SPX gapping up, and let's see how it plays out. So doesn't look like this movement is enough to take unless he missed it. And you can see the gap up. Okay, so there's a gap up and he takes profit at 937. Okay. So not here, but here. How come he didn't take it here and he knew it was going to go up? I do not know, but he did. 250C, take profit 1. Okay. So a couple of things we're going to look at. Why did he not sell out here? Because he could have pretty much broke even at some point here. What gave him the indication that it was going to gap up? So it bounced off this key level. It actually didn't even cross. It bounced off the key level. Let's look what's happening on the higher time frame. So the previous day it was down. It's actually on a down trend. So it's almost like he's timing the bounce. And Tesla was really low at this point. So there's up and down and up and down. So he's hoping that it bounces right here. He's thinking there's a bottom and he's thinking there's a bounce. So what's happening on SPX side? He's hoping for a bounce as well, which is not certain it's going to happen. And it's kind of just chopping around on the cues. So there's no clear indication that it's going to gap up. So that's a judgment call. Even if it stayed even, he was probably down 20, 30% here and even more. So he kind of got lucky there. And then there was actually a second profit take. I don't know if that's important, but we can look that one up as well. Actually, that's not that important right now. Okay, so the second trade is November 21st. Notice it's a Thursday. $9.51. So here we go. $9.51. 951. Okay, so QQQ is kind of in the middle. SPX bouncing off 5900, which is actually a big level. And Tesla red to green over the 343 gapping up. So that is looking good. And let's play it out. So it dips a lot there. So he's probably down like 20-30%, maybe even more. Gets back to even. No, it's actually still down here, still down here. He had no other option, but he had to see it play out. And then he only has Friday left. And then he cashes out at 10:52. And that is just a break even play. So it goes up a full level, but it takes the full day. So it doesn't really end up being a that profitable of a trade. It's actually not a profitable trade. So we ideally want the move to happen immediately. So if we're gonna review this trade and like why it didn't go as well as we thought, so SPX is bouncing off the level. It's not crossing. 5,900 is a big level. QQQ is actually below the level, and it's actually doing like a retest. So not really strong action there. I don't know if we could have avoided that in the future, but that's just the setup. It wasn't a premium setup. Okay, so the next one would be December 6th, and this is a Friday, 9:32. So gapping up above 521. We're moving up on the time frame. And this is the Qs, SPX, gapping up above the 6071, and then Tesla, most importantly. Yeah, not looking too strong here. It gapped up above this, but it's got a down close. So you could make an argument for that. Let's see it play out. Interesting. Oh, this is the wrong date. This seems very profitable. This is the wrong date. There you go. It's already lined up for us. Okay, now it's looking better. 357, not fully above, but pretty good. SPX. Yes, that's looking pretty good. QQQ. And that looks good as well. Play it out. And higher time frame, it's okay. Trying to get above, trying to get above. Here he pretty probably could have got out even, and it's a Monday. He doesn't have the option to get out here, so he's probably down 50% right now. Still not getting out, but it's looking good here. And this is the Thursday. And eventually he gets lucky here and he gaps out and he sells here. Even the gap up, which is one level up, the 369, when he sells that, he doesn't even make any money. So that basically he makes 8%. And that is not a trade he should even be in. But he did try to roll it and make more money on the next one. So what made that trade bad? Nothing in particular. Maybe Tesla could have been above this key level. SPX and QQQ were in decent position. So moving on to the next one. So Tesla's gapping up. This is actually in the afternoon, which is not common. Actually, it's 250. You're right. Gapping up above, crossing 5600. Big level. Crossing 477. Big level. And Tesla crossing. So this looks like a good trade. The only thing I would consider is where is SPX in relation to the range? So it's below the range. It was chopping around here, chopping around here, chopping around here, and then we're trying to get back in a range. Let's see how it plays out. Okay, so this was end of the day, but setup was looking good. We were gonna run into the next day regardless. And yeah, we gapped up the next morning right here. Didn't make too much money there. It was 9.5 for buying at 6.5, sorry. Yeah, I made 46% still. So that was an okay trade. We had actually had no option. We couldn't. We were forced. Like we weren't holding that, so there was no actual option to exit there. And the last one on the list would be April 24th at 10:15. Okay, so it's gapping above. It's above 255, and we should know if that's a key level or it's just an intermediate level. Not all levels are created equally. SPX 10:15, gapping above 5,400. That looks okay. QQQ, gap and above. Four 600. Everything looks good here. So let's play it out. So could have tried to exit there or just let the play out. And then it rips. He takes it at 935 to break even. And he misses this move. Oh, he's just happy to get out. And he basically cut his losses there. He made a little money, not really. And then it actually ended up ripping. So a lot of times, if it goes up a little bit, he's taking it out and he's preserving his capital. So that was just a review of all the times we entered Tesla, or the coach entered Tesla, and the next day it gapped up and he had to take the profit. The best trades that we've seen so far are when Tesla, within the next two bars, a couple minutes, under an hour, you take your TP1 and you get out because theta decay hasn't decayed the option. Oftentimes, when you're going to the second day, it is not going to be a good result most times. Okay, so the question is, do you get out or do you wait for the next day? It's debatable. To play it safe, you could get out. If you are a gambling type of person, you could wait for the next day. It's almost like an earnings type play. So that's all for that, and I'll see you in the next one.